Awesome. So you want to edit your dialing set. Let me give you a little tour of this page and show you some of the cool things you can do with your dialing set. First off, you can change the name at any point. Just give it a new name and save it. If you want to deactivate a set, just uncheck the active box and save that as well. But now to the fun. Let's go down to the buttons themselves. Across the top here, you're going to actually see a preview of your buttons that make up this particular dialing set. What you'll notice is that all of the buttons you have across here are also represented down below in this list, all except for the Live Answer button, because the Live Answer button is not actually a disposition. The Live Answer button takes you down a different path to the Live Answer set of buttons. So let's talk about this. Each of these buttons you'll notice is clickable. If you click on one of these buttons, it'll take you to the button editor for that specific button. So you can start to customize this specific button. I clicked on the Leave Voicemail button, so let's take a look at all of the settings that make up the Leave Voicemail button. First off, we have the text. That's what you see on the button itself. The next option is our status. Now the status is important because this is what we use for searching, sorting, and running reports. Since we're editing a button within the dialing set, we also have the ability to make this button a voicemail button. We can either assign a specific voicemail to this button, or we can set up this button to use the dial session default. What that means is whatever voicemail we choose at the start of the dial session is what this button would leave when it was clicked. Now in this particular case, we've assigned voicemail number 2 to this button. So no matter what voicemail we choose at the start of the session, voicemail 2 will always be left when we click this Leave Voicemail button. The note is what is automatically left in the contact record when this disposition is clicked. The one-touch email section allows you to assign or choose a specific email to go out automatically when this button is clicked. If you're an admin, you have the ability to also set up a disposition to transfer the contact record to another user within your team on PhoneBurner. The Move to Folder option allows you to move a contact into a specific folder within your account. You also have the ability to add or remove tags based off of the disposition that's clicked. Next action is only important if your contacts have multiple phone numbers. If your contact has additional phone numbers and you click this disposition, what do you want to have happen next? Would you like the system to call the next contact? Or maybe the next number within this contact? Or maybe you're not sure. Maybe it'll be different each time, so you'll have the system ask you, and then you can make the decision on the fly. The next option is our DNC. We can set up some of our buttons to add contacts to the DNC list, either DNC just the phone number or the entire contact record, which would not just add the phone number to the DNC list, but it would mark that contact record, even if you added new phone numbers to it, non-callable. So this would essentially lock down that record. In most cases, you probably just want to DNC the phone number. And next, we have the option to set up this button to delete a contact. Now, we're editing the voicemail buttons. We probably don't want to delete a contact just because we left them a voicemail, right? But there may be cases when you're calling contacts, and in certain instances or certain outcomes, you might want to delete the contact. And you can configure your disposition to automatically do that for you. And then finally, connected call. Do you want this particular outcome to be counted as a connected call? Now, in a voicemail situation, you would not want it to be counted as a connected call, so we'll leave it set to no. But if you're creating or editing a button like Set Appointment, Gatekeeper, things like that, you may want to count that as a connected call. However, in most cases, when you're configuring your dialing set of buttons, those buttons will typically be set to no when it comes to connected call. Once you've made all the changes, go ahead and hit the Save button, and you'll be taken right back to the dialing set where you can then go in and edit any additional buttons, or you can add additional buttons. Let's say, for example, we wanted to have 2 voicemail buttons in this particular dialing set. I could click on the Add New button, give it a name, update the status. For the voicemail option, I'd choose my voicemail, add a note, configure any emails that I want to have sent out, and anything else that I might want to configure, and then save it. See how easy that was to add another button? You'll see it in the dialer preview right away, and you'll see it down here at the bottom of the list. Now, if you want to reorder your buttons, it's really easy to do that as well. Let's say we want to have our Leave VM1 button right next to our Leave Voicemail button. We can actually just grab this and drag it up. Once we drag it up there, it's saved. If you want to update the preview window, though, you do need to refresh the page, and you'll see it's now showing in the proper location. And that's how easy it is to configure the dispositions or buttons within a dialing set. I hope this training helps you have more success and get even more done with PhoneBurner. Happy dialing!